There is something around us that is imbued with an energy which is constantly after the most efficient use of itself. This energy efficiency aspect is quite damaged in us humans. It's like a faulty system which instead of producing efficient energy produces instead anxiety, stress, fears, and we often end up living our lives hand in hand with our minds rather than with life itself. If you look around you, there is something in nature that is in a constant energy efficiency state, the mountains. And the majority of people who have answered the call of the mountains. So, is there a way we can actually turn our heads to that state as well? Just as blood flows, thoughts flow too, but we can learn to elevate ourselves and be like the mountains. As I walk these beautiful, deserted and windswept lands, I can see all around me that the majority of elements in nature despise vacuum. When one force retires, another one is darting in to fill the empty spaces. But the mountains do not seem to behave like that. Equanimity is a state of balance that enables to remain centered in the midst of all the turmoil. I feel the mountains are masters of equanimity as no other part of the land is, regardless of any disturbances that may take place around them. Mountains will maintain their center and be in constant harmony, exercising the utmost evenness and composure and maintaining their dignity. Often in the turmoil of life, the feeling of being like the mountains has been the rope the gods threw to me to help me navigate through the storms. The lands of the stone giants are clear and centered, and our brains can be sculpted in the image of mountains. We get to choose the sculpting tools every day, and it is really all about educating our attention and movement. There is a type of spirituality that I call the spirituality of the peaks. This spirituality has its foundation on a state of constant consciousness. In a secular age that has stripped the majority of landscapes bare of all spiritual significance, the mountains' peaks have retained the ancient keys to that type of spirituality and overall approach to life. A lack of sense of spiritual topography is what has made our lives empty and delirious, and many humans who have answered the call of the mountains have brought back that sense into their lives. They allowed the mountains to elevate them. In a world where we experience our spirituality in symbols, in beautifully adorned cages full of wires and devices, all meant to confine us. I feel to live our spirituality on minerals, or like Fenrir, we refuse to be bound, would grant us way more powerful and honest horizons and greater views. The realm of the untamed, transcendent gods are to be found in the sacrality of the undomesticated mountains. Bassi, Haldi are some of the terms used here for sacred mountains, and they are among the most important tradition bearers of these lands. Mountains are beings who are free of the birth-death cycle that we are in, because they have mastered the darkness of the physical plane, the darkness of the realm below. Hence, they breed an energy that is constantly efficient. Where the river with floating knives flows from the giant mountain down to the cold gate of the underworld, the goddess Hel and Fenrir belong. Touching these rocks is touching them and my inner landscape of coal. Their bones are significantly denser than the other gods. Born in the dark caves of the mountains, they manipulate the darkness and shadows of life, suffocating everything into their pitch-black space, which promptly becomes lightless, but just for a while. They can make the ground shake, and when we ignore the value of darkness, their voice becomes loud, explosive, making the very ground we tread shake and tremble. You see, the dark hours of our being, like the ancient walls of these stone giants, hold sacred legends. This is the sorcery of the mountains, the call of the mountains, the call of Hel and Fenrir. By walking the grounds of ashes of our souls, veil after veil, rock after rock, bone after bone, scar after scar, these beings grant us to reach a space where darkness is withdrawn, and we can see the raw minerals of life where darkness now breathes light. When darkness is made conscious as the mountains, we become free of the birth-death cycles and come face to face with who we really are. No matter how hard you fight and push the darkness, as dark is the ink that you will need to write the fable on your next luminous page.